Hey everyone, I need your attention for 1 minute. This is not one of those ads. This is something that has changed my entire life. If you've been listening to this podcast, you know that this is all about personal development as the foundation for everything good in your life. And this podcast is now sponsored by Growth Day, which is the world's first all-in-one personal development app. I mean, oh my gosh, can you imagine having everything all in one place that you need to create the life that you want? Now you can. So if you've been struggling with your motivation, your mood, your productivity, or your purpose, you have to check this out. Growth Day helps you consciously change your life and achieve your potential. It has all the self-improvement tools, motivational classes, and life coaching all in one place. So many of us want to improve our lives, but the question is how? Where do we start? What do we use? How do you get unstuck? How do you make self-improvement stick? Well, research shows how. It's when you consistently journal, track your habits, set goals, learn from empowering mentors, and challenge yourself that you'll be happier, healthier, and more successful. But let me ask you something. Where do you actually do all of your personal development work? I have to tell you that over 300,000 people use Growth Day for a reason. It works. It's the world's #1 software for self-improvement. Growth Day has an amazing mindset journal that I absolutely love, a habit tracker, and a goal-setting system. In fact, I bet if you went to my stories this week, you probably saw me using the journaling app and telling you to do it too, because it's the first time that journaling has ever actually stuck consistently in my life because of this app. And best of all, Growth Day has live inspirational classes every single week from the world's top motivational speakers and life coaches. These are people who have impacted my life in huge ways. These are mentors who I already knew and loved. In fact, this is something that's so huge for me, you guys. I personally teach a class in Growth Day every single month, and it is one of the most fun things that I get to do, and I'd love to see you there. These classes will truly shift your life. There's always something new that you will learn. So join me and 300,000 achievers growing our lives with actual real intention. Visit growthday.com/Lori for a free trial. Yes, you can try this for free. So go to growthday.com/Lori and go live your best life. You guys, that's growthday.com/Lori. And I can't wait to see you there.
Stop waiting around for this bubble to pop. Sure, a couple sectors might change, but what made the bottom fall out last time was a lack of options and a lack of liquidity. That problem, that challenge, does not exist anymore.
Welcome to the Earn Your Happy podcast. I'm Lori Harder, founder of Light Pink, best-selling author, 3-time fitness world champion, and I'm a crazy, multi-passionate entrepreneur. My journey has taken me everywhere, from being a broke waitress, barista, retail associate, and personal trainer with massive anxiety and no belief in myself, to later becoming a multi-millionaire in love with my life. In 2007, my husband and I lost everything. We found ourselves hundreds of thousands of dollars in debt at rock bottom. We had no ideas and I had no education to fall back on. This is when I found personal development and learned everything I could about business, not by choice, but because I realized no one was coming to save me. The conversations on this podcast are going to let you know that you're not alone and that we all feel like we don't know what we're doing. We're going to give you the tools to help you face your fears, take action, start your business, and grow those massive dreams that are keeping you up at night. It's time to create a life that you can't hide from and put so much on the line that your higher self is forced to come out. You're going to stop waiting for someone to approve of you and you're going to anoint yourself. Because I'm obsessed about building businesses that give women a platform, I want to feature you. So if you text the word podcast to 310-496-8363, you can get your questions answered on our Q&A segment along with a shout out. And if you rate, review, and subscribe to this podcast, we're choosing someone every month to get coached and featured on our show. It just might be you. So let's get started.
And we're back
with another episode of He Said, She Said.
It's been an awesome couple days. So guys, to frame this, I'm running my Elite Mastermind right now. So it's a year long. By the way, this is not an ad. I'm telling you what happened today. It's a year long. And we meet twice during that year. It's everyone who has a business above $500,000 a year. But typically everyone in that room is 7 figures and above. And we come together twice a year for 3.5 days. And we learn and we collaborate and we do exercise. It's awesome. And part of that is I bring in really incredible guest speakers that you probably wouldn't ever get to be with in an intimate room of, 30 people. And today's guest speakers were Dan Fleischman, the genius marketer, which
he's amazing.
I think he has his hands in every single famous company out there, and no one knows his hands are in it. He is the most understated, successful person I might have ever met. And then the incredible Allie Webb and her fiance, Adrian Koehler. And let me just tell you, everyone's minds were like blown. I think I saw smoke and hearts, if that's possible, floating above their heads.
I think it just speaks volumes and really talks about the importance of being in rooms with people who are light years ahead of you and rooms with people who are a little ahead of you. Just make sure that you get in rooms where people are ahead of you, because I have to tell you, I went in, I wasn't able to make it in the morning, but I made it in the afternoon for Adrian and Allie. And it was just such a reminder of what happens when you are in those spaces with people who have been where you want to be and done what you want to do. It's an actual tangible feeling. It is an up-leveling listening to them. It's like literally feeling like you get to experience a bit of your 5-year future self.
Yeah.
Is an accelerator. It puts you on this rocket ship and you actually get to tap into their energy. Like for one moment in time or however long they're speaking, you are an insider, a fly on the wall. Like you are getting these secrets of how to do it, what to expect. And even for me as your wife, like it is so life-changing to go to these things and get to hear from these people who have been there, done that. And it'll be like these, I'll just walk away with like 3 to 5 just nuggets of wisdom that rock my world and change my life and change what I'm talking about and change what I'm thinking, change how I walk, change how I think about my company. And that's why I'm so obsessed with what you do. But we want to share some of what happened in that room today with you. I mean, like, how cool is this? You actually get to hear some of the things that really rocked our worlds.
So do you want to share kind of your insider lesson that you took away, or do you want me to share one of mine?
I'll share one first, and I'll have to think of some other ones too. But Adrian Koehler, who is Allie Webb's fiance, and he's like one of the most epic business coaches, and he loves helping with conflict within companies and really helps with conversation and opening up communication with teams. He's really incredible with that. And he said, the thing that you are pretending not to be is the thing that is essentially driving everything else.
Can I rephrase it?
Yes, please do.
He said, what do you know for sure that you spend way too much time trying to prove is false?
Oh, yeah. That's
what do you know for sure that you spend way too much time trying to prove is false? In other words, you're never going to prove that this thing isn't true. You got to do something. You got to face something. But we spend years being like, example that was used in the room. Somebody knows they're bad at money management. Like, that's the fact. What do you know for sure? They know they're bad at money management, but they keep kicking the bucket down the road saying, well, maybe this launch will fix it for me. Maybe when I get to this earning potential, I can out earn it. Maybe when my business gets here. They know that even when they make more, their broken money fundamentals are going to cause them the same problems, even though there's more money coming in. So that's an example of what do you know to be absolutely true that you're spending way too much time trying to prove false.
Yeah, and it's interesting because it can be taken like, oh my God, well, I don't even want to answer that. But there's so much power in that answer. And Adrian made the point when he said it that, he was saying, sometimes I don't think I'm smart enough. I don't feel X, Y, and Z way, when I walk into rooms. And, people were like, how do you not feel that way? But I think we can all relate to that. And he was saying, what I don't want to be doing is making these decisions for my life based off of this, realizing that. So for me, it is like, I don't feel smart enough. I feel worried about, I'm not working hard enough. Like, what if people think I'm lazy? What if I'm not achieving enough? What if I'm not relevant anymore? Like, I'm so scared of those things. So for me, I tend to make decisions like, well, what would make me feel opposite of that? What would make me not feel that way? Oh, I need more projects. Maybe I should write another book. Maybe I should find out how to get another fitness cover. Maybe I should. And what it makes me do is take a step back and go, do I really want those things? Or is it coming from that decision of, I'm not enough. Will I not be relevant? Am I not smart enough? Are people going to think I'm lazy? Are they going to think I'm not working hard enough on this company unless I really appear to be like burning myself out? And the point is to not be making decisions from that place.
So one of my biggest takeaways was when Dan was teaching. And we covered everything. He is the foremost expert right now in blockchain and NFTs in any business model, along with social media. I don't know if people know this. He has an agency that spends $60 million a year on influencer marketing.
Literally nuts.
Just paying influencers $60 million a year, obviously to thousands and thousands of them, from the Kardashians on down, connecting brands to them and facilitating that ad spend. That's insane, right?
Mm-hmm.
So when it comes to marketing, he's a genius. Social media, he's a genius. NFTs and blockchain, he's a genius. And investing, he's a genius. So we covered all those things today. But the biggest point we drew from those areas of expertise, remember, he's got his hands in probably 30 different popular companies that all of you listening know right now. What we drew from that is somebody asked him, they said, are you worried about a bubble popping? Everyone's running around saying, oh, bubble's about to pop. Oh, bubble's about to pop. And it causes people to take pause, right? It causes them to say, I'm not going to start this business yet, or I'm not going to buy the home yet, or I'm not going to do this, or I'm not going to do that yet until after the bubble pops. And he said, you're going to be waiting an awfully long time because the bubble's not popping this time the way it ever has in the past. And this is what I've been teaching too, by the way. He said, couple things. There is so much new wealth being created in so many new ways with this Web 3.0, right? Blockchain technology, that it'll outrun any kind of traditional cyclical bubble popping. It'll backfill that, right? Because there's too much money in the system. Number two, he said, the key difference between like 2008, 2009, when we all experienced that horrible recession, and now is a very special thing in your pocket. And that is your iPhone. He said, think about it, 2008, 2009. Sure, there might have been some Blackberries, but we did not have a supercomputer in our pocket where if you lose your job, you can quickly start selling things from your phone. If you lose your job, you can start Ubering. If you lose your job, you can start DoorDashing. If you lose your job, you can start selling NFTs. You can do anything. You can run any business from here. That did not exist.
Mm-hmm.
So people have so many more options to backfill the income when a certain sector starts to go down. So let's say you're a realtor, and let's say that the housing market slows down. The reason why it doesn't create this massive bubble popping this time is because, sure, as a realtor, you might experience some pain, but now you can quickly use this supercomputer in your pocket to pivot.
Virtual land.
Right? Say, hey, we know a friend that's
I know
shutting
I'm
down
making a joke,
$30 million
a
year business to be the largest virtual real estate agent. Isn't that wild?
I just sold a New York City block to The Sims.
How much did you make, baby?
It made $20 billion.
Did you see my stories yesterday? The very first owl that you made fun of me for buying, the NFT.
Mm-hmm.
Did you see an almost identical one sold for $160,000 yesterday?
I did, and I had to look on your stories because I thought our owl sold.
Yep. I mean, it's identical.
But it didn't.
Yep.
So
it was someone else's. Isn't that wild?
It is. Why do you think that one sold for that?
I don't know, but I'm doing some digging to find out.
Yeah. Exactly.
Anybody want to buy an owl that doesn't really exist?
Who wants to buy it?
If you're listening, I'll give it to you for $149,000. That's a
who wants to buy?
Is this where we gain loser or gain
we
listeners?
Gain losers for sure. Yeah, we do.
We gain listeners or lose listeners right here. Can you say one more thing in owl talk?
It's never a what? It's a who.
Oh,
don't put me on the
lesson
spot.
From an owl. I like it. It's never a
business
what.
Owl.
It's the who.
Business owl NFT. That one will sell for a lot.
What if you started doing this entire show from the perspective of business owl?
My life would be a lot more fun.
Maybe we need to explore that. And yeah, so guys, the punchline was stop waiting around for this bubble to pop. Sure, a couple sectors might change, but what made the bottom fall out last time was a lack of options and a lack of liquidity. That problem, that challenge does not exist anymore.
That's really crazy because if you would have asked me then when we were losing everything, what can you do? I mean, I literally looked at like, what is my like physical skill set and where can I go work were my thoughts. And now it would be, what can I sell on Facebook? What can I learn about? what can I even start selling from my house? Like, what in my house could I sell on Facebook to get money? How could I go,
You buy online and flip.
Oh my God, how could I start a business? How could I start an online business?
How can you just sell your expertise to your service from your phone?
Oh my God, do you want to know what is insane? How lucky people are and we are to have Google. Like Google, what are income producing online strategies or businesses? Like we did not have that.
I feel like Google, and obviously not the actual webpage Google, but the ability to search the internet has taken away every single excuse to not be successful or have the life you want. Now, let me be clear. I'm not saying everyone starts from the same place, but what I'm saying is everybody, at least who's able to listen to this podcast, has the ability to Google their way down a freaking rabbit hole until they get every answer, every video, every training, everything they need for free, and then apply that knowledge. And that's why we live in the greatest time ever right now.
We all have the same information. We all have access to the same information, which is really cool, but also kind of like that moment where you're realizing,
why aren't you using it?
We're not using it. Like I Googled my way to starting this company. I literally Googled everything. You can Google what are ways to raise money if you want to start a company. And it'll tell you what the 3 main ways are. I Googled, how do I formulate a beverage if I want to start a beverage company? And yeah, you have to play with some of the questions that you ask, but 30 to 60 minutes in, you've got your question. You figured it out and you can really start. I mean, that's the truth of it, guys. I Googled my way to learning how to start a beverage company. Anyhow,
we wanted to share those intimate lessons from those takeaways from our mastermind, and this, the elite level mastermind. Remember, that's for businesses above $500,000. At the time that you're listening to this, you have just a few days left to enroll in the more entry level, right? For businesses below $500,000 a year. For entry level and mid-level businesses, you have about a few days left to enroll in Fast Foundations. So remember, that's the program that we built and proven and sold to our good friends, RT and Jim, who are in some ways even more brilliant than us and are going to take this thing to the next level. And one of the things they did is they brought it back in person. So the way we're meeting in person with everyone from the Elite Mastermind, if you want to be in Fast Foundations, you're going to be meeting in person for that. And you're going to be meeting Lori and I in person because we are
so fun,
right? We are there teaching in the flesh, even though we sold it. We want to see you. We want to meet you. If we already know you, we want to collab. Like we literally want you there in that room. Now, there's a few spots left and a few days left. It's not scarcity. It's a fact. So if you want to be in person with us twice this year, go to fastfoundations.com and grab your spot. I'm not kidding. Go to fastfoundations.com. The clock's ticking. Do it now. Don't make excuses. The same people who aren't Googling their way to answers are the same people that are going to skip this. The doers, they're going to go to fastfoundations.com right now and come see us in person.
So grateful for you always. We will see you next week. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Want to know a huge secret to my success? Okay, not only my success, but just about every single person that I have interviewed on this podcast who is successful has this in common. You guys, they love to journal. They capture their life lessons and what they're grateful for. But a lot of people don't keep this up consistently. And most people do know that the research shows that journaling deepens your gratitude and increases self-awareness. But did you also know that journaling decreases stress and helps you achieve your goals faster? In fact, journaling is a huge differentiator between average performers at work and high-performing people. It leads to longer-term clarity, confidence, and success. So why don't more people journal? Why didn't I journal consistently? Honestly, they don't like staring at a blank page. It's hard to carry a book around with you or a notepad, and they just don't even know what to write about, or they just forget. That's why I know that you're going to love Growth Day. It's the world's #1 system for self-improvement, and it's like all-in-one personal development in an app. And it has an awesome digital journal, and people love it. Growth Day's digital journal has hundreds of research-backed writing prompts for self-reflection, positive mindset, confidence building, and success. I use them all the time, and it makes me think in ways that I typically don't, and it makes me ask myself better questions, which we all know gets better results in our life. It even has prompts that help you develop a daily, weekly, or monthly habit of reflecting on your life and identifying areas to grow. So it's a perfect time of year to start journaling, you guys. When you sign up at Growth Day, you also get systems for habit tracking, goal setting, and scoring, and improving every area of your life. Best of all, I get to teach there too, you guys. I'm so excited. I hope that I get to see you. I teach live in Growth Day every single month with a new topic just for you. So join me there. Start your free trial at growthday.com/Lori.
Hey, thanks for listening to the podcast. And I want to make sure that you have my phone number, and I'm not kidding. Did you know that I have a community text number? For real. My phone number is 310-496-8363. This goes directly to my phone. All you have to do is text the word daily to 310-496-8363. And I literally text you every single day, Monday through Friday. I actually just got done 30 seconds ago texting a bunch of people back, and I talk to you all of the time. You guys, people always ask me how I got my community text number and how it works. Well, all you have to do is you can just go to community.com and get your own. Community makes it easy to get a phone number that you can use to build your audience using text. People just text you at your number and they're added to your group. Then you can text them out audios, video links, anything you want. You guys, I text out happy birthday videos. I love to send podcast links, thoughts about life, book recommendations, different events that I'm doing in the local area. Texting gets me out of the noise of social media and directly into your hand. And now you can start texting your people too. Just go to community.com to get your phone number. They give you a 10-digit real phone number, not those weird short codes that look like spam, but it's more than a phone number. Your new number comes with an inbox for SMS and texting. This means you can actually manage your text list from your computer and an app on your phone. You can schedule text to send at certain times and to certain groups. You can even set up auto replies or let your assistant or customer service team answer your text messages via Community's awesome dashboard. Just go to community.com and ask for a free demo. They'll show you how it works and get you your number. It's time to start texting your audience versus just posting on social media. Everyone uses Community for that. So go check them out at community.com. I can tell you it's not just great for communicating with my audience, but Chris and I use Community and our texts to also sell out our launches. I'm telling you, you get such an incredible response because you really are creating a true, deep sense of community. And it's so intimate. It's freaking amazing. Go check it out at community.com. Hey, I know if you're listening to this podcast that you have big dreams and big goals. And one of the things that can really stop you is struggling with your marketing. Trust me, I have been there. Are you using 10 different systems just to build your online business? Then I want you to try Kajabi. Kajabi helps you build your web pages, set up funnels, and sell your courses, content, coaching, or communities. You've been hearing me talk a lot about funnels on this podcast and the importance of your email list. You can get a free trial at kajabi.com. That's Kajabi.com. I've talked about Kajabi before, but here's something that's super cool and new. They just rolled out an AI assistant for creating your online course curriculum. And this means you just type in a topic that you want to create on a course or webinar and bam, it just generates a sample outline for you. It takes a ton of the hard work away. Of course, you're going to customize it to be your own, but this really helps you get over the struggle of how in the world to start which is where most people stop. If you're like me, starting is always the hardest part, and that's what makes Kajabi so popular. They've made it easier for creators to build web pages, build courses, build coaching programs, build membership sites, build checkout pages, and build email funnels. So if you're struggling with any of those, you got to go check it out. Go to Kajabi.com. Kajabi was really the first all-in-one system and is trusted by over 100,000 creators. I think that's good enough for me. Also has influencers and marketers who use this. And now their smart AI platform makes it easy to take what you know and turn it into an online course and business. Go start building with a free trial at Kajabi.com. That's Kajabi.com.